It's going to be eventful. I feel like I've been saying this a lot today, but like every storyline in Rosewood, one secret will be revealed, one mystery will be solved, but then another two will pop up in its place, and so I think things come to a head, but not like you would think. I don't want to be incredibly vague here, but it's definitely not going to be dull, and will make January seem just so far away to be mind-numbing. Yeah, a few things did, or I found myself kind of going, not really gasping when I was reading it, but kind of going like, or like, oh, that's not what I meant, or something like that. So I think, of course there are a few shockers as well that are not necessarily my storyline, but there are a few like very tense moments, very tense and awkward moments. Between just a few folks, between me and maybe some characters that are beyond the age of 18. That's like half the cast, right? But yeah. Jackie will be a big part in both the mid-series finale, but also, right now we're on 215? 215, so I've seen Paloma, who plays Jackie, on set quite a bit. So she does play, like when we come back in January, she is here. She's here.
Blackmail issues?
Possibly. There's some, she's aware of Arya and I, because as you saw a few episodes ago when we were, kissing at Hollis College, I think she's probably a little put off by that. So we're going to see the ramifications of that. There's going to be more of Ezra like standing up for what he believes, standing up and taking, maybe it's the consequences of past actions, or standing up to people that are trying to mess with their love. There's no I don't like come to blows with Jason, but there are some definite butting of heads that come up in the next few episodes. I know that something is going on. I think he's aware that her and her friends are dealing with something from their past, and maybe there's some weird setup. I think that, or at least how I've justified it to myself, is that Ezra trusts Arya, trusts what she's doing, and that she's handling it well. He's going to be livid, I think, if she's like, yeah, so this has been going on for a couple months, I think he will try and do something. I don't think he's going to be mad, like, how dare you not tell me? I think he's going to be like, how do we remedy this? All right, so you didn't tell me, and I'm a little peeved at that, but we'll discuss it after we figure out what mastermind is behind all these crazy things that have been happening to you and your friends. I think it's funny that you say someone, because I don't know if it's someone. I feel like it could be a group of people. I don't know who is this brilliant to just be in every place at one time, and I feel like if it's just one student, let's look at the kid who's failing out, because he's obviously not doing homework. He's obviously spending his time going to what is it, Emily had a box full of just simply A cereal, and then had something inside it, and it was hermetically sealed as well. Oh my, you planned that months in advance. How did that happen? So it's either a group of people or somebody's a mastermind or has a crazy split personality. And I hope to God it's me. Yeah, ABC Family, new kind of family. I personally would not engage in it. I don't totally condone it. It's one of these things where it's a television show. I understand. I don't know what it's like to be a parent and to have your kids maybe be like, well, Mr. So-and-so is really hot at my school. I'd probably be put off by that as well. But it's a TV show, and in this situation, there's how it's been written. These two, Ezra and Arya, are peers, are just get each other. She's a little bit, I guess, older, more worldly than the average 17-year-old. He is, I would like to think, not completely mature and has the brain of a 17-year-old, but not that there's anything wrong with having the brain of a 17-year-old, but when you're 23 or however old he is, I think they connect on a level that is once in a lifetime, rarely happens. and they've investigated that, and like there's something that keeps them together, and they can't just say, you know, peace to it. You know, they need to stick with it. So, unfortunately, they had met in a place where this can't really happen, such as a school. So, yeah, does that answer your question? That was kind of a rambling answer. I mean, my verdict's still out on the whole soulmate thing, but you know, I guess I've got time to see.
If there were, would Ezra be Arya's soulmate?
Yeah, I think totally, because there's something that's just like they met out in a bathroom, in a bar, and like and yet they keep going. You know, this obviously like isn't a sexual thing, because I don't think we've explored that. They haven't explored that realm yet. So what is keeping them together? It's something more than just simply, you know, he's a perv that's trying to bag as many high schoolers as he can. You know, because he's not. You know.
Wait, how old is he?
He's like 23, 24. I mean, here's the thing: the timeline in the show is like I'm like they're just hitting what, Halloween or something like that, and it's been 2 years that we've been shooting this. Like, so I'm assuming he's early 20s. You know, he's not like 33 or something like that. Not that 33 is old, but like,